Hey, well, it appears these guys want us to go live, bro.
Apparently, they want us to have a show.
I think so.
I mean, I was gonna take 5 more minutes, maybe take a little pee break, get a drink. But I mean, apparently,
I was thinking about growing my beard back within that time frame.
Yeah,
so,
no, not 9 minutes late. It's not late, is it?
It's not really
early.
late, though, is it? When you think
15 is lateness is greatness.
Yeah,
I said we don't. You know what? I said we don't start the show until we get at least 80 likes, 80 people waiting. So
we can't do that.
We just sit around and watch it.
I know Victor's definitely here. I can't keep him waiting.
Yeah, Victor's a good guy.
Let's just start the show. Let's not do this. Yo, people, lateness is greatness. Welcome back to All You Can Eat. Chelsea, you already know what time it is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we should do intros like that all the time. It's quite fun.
We should.
Yeah, we should.
Embracing lateness is greatness.
Younes, man, how are you, man? The heat since we last spoke has been unbearable. I have literally had my legs out of the window.
I don't blame you. I'd probably want to just like sleep outside at this rate because this is crazy. It's like 1,000,000 degrees. Even like right now, I went out earlier on and it was hot. It was like 8 a.m. It was roasting, and now it's roasting even more. So,
what's hot for you guys? I just want to know.
We're embarrassing. I can't lie.
Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing.
That could be winter for us.
It's 30 degrees outside now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So for us, that's
for us. This is a lot. Like, and then
for you, that's a standard summer.
Yeah.
Well, summer it gets around 45 here, so
exactly. So 30 is cold.
It's like get your jacket on.
You guys have got jackets on, and you're going skiing and shit. And this
Australia looking like roadmen when it's 30 degrees.
We got the beanies on, the hand gloves on.
It's actually like I sleep right near the window as well, so I leave it open and put the blind down, turn the lights off so there's no moths. But the amount of moths that I've been getting, because I forget to turn the light off sometimes, it's an ongoing battle between trying to stay, like at a normal temperature, and then also moths coming in and having to kill those. It's a problem.
They're having a field day, aren't they?
Oh man, they're having a field day. Man, one flew in my drink last night. I was having a nice drink at my desk, and I go to take another sip, and I look in the cup, and there's a moth slapped down in the middle. I was like,
drink it up. Drink up the moth juice.
No, but I dashed all of that. That was disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. But yeah, this heat is just unbearable, man. It's not nice. I can't lie. I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in months. I went in the morning. Why? Because I felt like changing my life yesterday, and today it's different. Today I woke up at a normal, like late enough. I was like 10 or something, and I'm only starting to feel the repercussions of what I did yesterday. My arms are all tensed up, and I don't know who I'm trying to impress. My girlfriend's not even in this country. Miz, how are you, man? How's Australia?
Oh man, we're in lockdown. Things are not the greatest here. It's quite depressing, actually. Literally everything is closed. Only essentials. Some are starting to question what is essential. Like, I need to earn money. Like, that's essential for me. So they're trying to figure out a different word for essentials now. So yeah, man, it's tough at the moment. Hopefully we get out of it. And yeah, I'm just enjoying working from home for almost 2 years now, and just been streaming, man. So that's pretty much it. Eid Mubarak to everyone as well. I mean, I've celebrated a couple of days ago. I know, Younes, you probably yesterday, but for everyone, Eid Mubarak, because we haven't seen you guys on this channel. So hope you guys are all doing well.
Yeah, man. Big up to everybody in the chat, man. I hope you're all good. Someone said we need to eat. Well, we will get eating soon if we're talking about Chelsea fans starving over news, but I hope we'll be eating soon with the news. I mean, in terms of actually eating, it's physically too hot to eat. I could just have about a drink and that's about it. But I mean, speaking of Chelsea, we'll get into it now. Unfortunately, I tried to prolong as much as possible because let's keep it a buck, people. all the news surrounding Chelsea right now, the actual official confirmations, not the most joyous of stuff. You know, it's just really just which academy product wants to leave today. It's like a game we're playing. You know, it's like in school where you used to play duck, duck, goose, you know, or heads or tails, you know what I mean? Or just any card game. It's like just the luck of the draw. Today it's Lewis Bate. Tomorrow it could be Livramento. The next day it could be, you know, even Colwell probably leave at this point, even though he's out on loan.
But he might make that permanent. He must say, "Let's make this permanent, man."
I wouldn't be surprised if he just makes that permanent just to shatter my dreams one more time. It's like, it's incredible the amount of players that are leaving. But again, I really have no, you know, ill feeling towards them. It's just players making decisions at young ages. Professionalism is there. It's just professionalism not to make it at Chelsea. Professionalism is make it as a footballer. You see Brozier and Mason Mount come out and say, I only want to make it here. I want to make it at Sterling as well. There's quotes of him saying that he just wants to make it at Chelsea. And, you know, some players just want to make it at Chelsea, and some players just want to make it and make sure that they make it, which is equally as important. You know, we as fans always talk about, you have to make it at Chelsea, it's the club. What about Jamal Blackman, who just got released this season after being at the club for over 10 years? Now he's unemployed. Is he going to go and get a job at Sainsbury's? What's going to happen? Does anybody care?
Was he not alone at Bristol?
No, he's released. I checked. He's unattached.
But he's old as well now.
He had a loan, didn't he?
Old-ish.
But he had a great mentality, Miz, because he stayed at Chelsea for 10 years, just didn't make the first team.
Yeah, strong mentality. This, you know what? I want to hear what you guys have to say about this, because it's an interesting conversation, right? I've had a couple of shows on this, but obviously we didn't talk us as a three and the live chat as well. Matisse, you say that Mount and Broha and now Dujon Sterling. Here's the thing, though. Not everyone has the. I want to focus on Mount, because that's an interesting story. Not everyone has a lucky, and I'm not saying Mason Mount is supremely lucky. He's had to do the hard work, but let's not kid around ourselves that Frank Lampard didn't play a massive part in his progress to Chelsea first team and the continuous backing of him as well. On top of that, obviously, Mason Mount worked hard. But this is what I'm saying. Not every player has a Frank Lampard behind them. And it's very difficult for these players, all of these talented players like Lewis Bate, we saw Mark Geehee, we saw many other players who are going to go very soon. Mark Geehee apparently was penciled down, and I heard this from Matt Law's London is Blue podcast. He was commenting that Mark Geehee was actually penciled down to be a starting CB had it stayed. Because the talk at that point when Lampard was still around was that Rudiger was 100% going to go.
Yeah.
And then Mark Geehee was going to take over, right? Obviously, that didn't transpire. Tuchel came in, we won the Champions League, and Rudiger became one of the best in the world. So,
this is why when people just to go in there, because that's a really good point. This is why when people say it's poor squad planning, it's not really though, is it? Because you can't prepare for having to sack a manager you didn't want to sack this early, or according to some reports, they didn't even want because they didn't get their first choice options. But again, you can't prepare for one manager's plans versus another one, because at that point in January, we spoke about it on this show, Rudiger looked like he was gone. Yeah. I certainly all hell went loose. You know what I mean? I was so angry. I thought he was going and it wasn't going to work out for him here. And suddenly now he's a world beater and he's won the Champions League. And this is the thing. When you win the Champions League on the basis of having a strong defense, you kind of have to keep the defenders.
But he was probably our strongest defender under Thomas Tuchel. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was the strongest. And just to circle back before Younes has his part on this, Mark Geehee, right? He came in and he quickly realized that I don't have the same backing as I used to before with the Frank Lampard. Because I'm pretty sure Frank would have spoken to him behind the scenes, right? Prior to him getting sacked. So now it seems like, and similar things happening with Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel doesn't fancy Tammy Abraham one bit. So Tammy's got to get going. Do you know what I mean? But he seems to fancy Broha. He's seen whatever he has seen and he seems to like it. And now he's got the 5-year contract. And he seems to like whatever he's seen with Dujon Sterling. and he seems to be getting a contract. So, guys, it's not about the mentality. It's not about Mason Mount and other players coming out and saying, I want to make it here. This is Chelsea or nothing. Because I'm pretty sure had Mason Mount didn't have the backing that he had, he wouldn't be a Chelsea player today.
He might have left.
He wouldn't be a Chelsea player. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
It worked out.
We might have just taken a different route where I'm going to go improve myself somewhere else, like a Mark Gurhey, and then I'm going to maybe come back. He said he wants to make it at Chelsea. He didn't say he has to make it right now.
Exactly. Exactly. So God has blessed him, and on top of that, he worked hard. So it worked out nicely for him. So yeah.
I think the example of Mason, there is that one side of, Mason and some of the other lads had a Frank Lampard. Fair enough. It came at the right time. It is what it is for them, and it's worked fantastic. But with Mason as an example, I'd also like to think that Frank Lampard also had Mason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can switch it the other way.
Of course.
Because Mason has proven that he's levels above, I think, in terms of some of the other lads. And he's established now, and he's proven that. And I think not just in terms of club level, but even international level, for such a young midfielder, the impact he's had is unbelievable. So I can understand why Lamps in the first place has gone, that lad is special. And each manager's going to have their taste, and each person's going to have who they think can make it and who they think won't. And you got to respect that because everyone is different. But it's worked out for them. With a Gurhey or some of the lads that we're talking about now, I don't want the thinking to be they've been abandoned, because I don't necessarily believe that's the fact. I think we've worked out with how we've managed to manage ourselves after Lampard got sacked. We've kept the players that we thought were leaving. As we've mentioned, the Rudiger, for example, he's turned out to be one of the best defenders in the world. I mean, you can't just throw that away and go, yeah, we're going to promote a youth player, because we've just said this. The answer's in the question. One of the best centre backs in the world. You can't just abandon that. And we won the Champions League as a result. So it's a case of, especially with Mark Gurhey and some of these other lads, it's come out that they were offered contracts.
They were.
They were offered chances to stay. They fought for themselves. Maybe I don't think it's going to work out. There was the whole thing with Livramento and the fact that we're linked with Adama Traore. And this is where I done a piece, and I done a little thing on a video of mine two days ago. And I said, when you look at the players that have made it, and all due respect, transfer ban, Frank Lampard was pushing for youth, this, that, and the other. It worked out for them. But at the same time, they weren't just plucked out from the academy and thrown into the first team. Reece James were the best ones. Tammy Abraham had 2 loan spells. Mason Mount went to Derby. They all had that time to develop. Livramento's not had a loan. Lewis Bates not had a loan. Harris hasn't had a loan. They haven't developed. We can't just pluck them out and go, yeah, you're in the first team squad now. That's unrealistic. So that's where I'm coming from. And I think that they need to realize that, yes, they've been offered contracts. Logically, what I think all of us expect is that they'd be given those contracts. If they accept, they'll be going off on loan. So for Livramento, for example, if we're linked with Traore, that shouldn't be any concern. Regardless, if we got him, if we didn't, if we're linked, you're going on loan. You're not going to just walk into this squad. That's how it's been for everyone else. That's probably how it's going to be for you. We got to be realistic. So if he's having that thought process of Traore linked with him, if he comes, I'm in trouble. You're not thinking 2-3 years ahead. You're thinking now. And that's my little issue with it all. We just got to be realistic. Not everyone's going to make it. The best will. You look at the way that it's worked out for Mason or Reece. Some of the other lads, I mean, Tomori's gone off to AC. He's decided to go off to Crystal Palace now. Chelsea have got a lot of money. That's another thing. We also got to remember the academy is a money-making machine as well as a scouting opportunity. Chelsea aren't doing this for free. I don't think any club in the world is expected to do that for free. They're going to try and nurture talent. If they see someone that is going to make a huge impact or a manager loves, like Lampard did with Mason, cool. But again, he had that time to develop. If a team comes in and goes, yo, here's 15 million for a player who's had 1 League Cup appearance, you're going to say yes.
You take it.
You're gonna take it. So you got to look at it from all angles, and we got to be a bit realistic. Not everyone's going to make it.
I just want to say on that though, Younes, I know you said that it could be an issue where these players, we've provided them a contract to have an extension and then go on loans and whatnot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't blame these players if they believe they can make it to the Premier League right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why do they have to take a loan to XYZ championship teams or XYZ, overseas teams? If some of these, like Lewis Bate, whether he starts in the first team or not, I don't know. But I know this much from speaking to a few Leeds fans lately, is that under 23s for Leeds train with the first team. So he's going to be training under Bielsa from the get-go.
Yeah,
right? And I've got no doubt watching Leeds and the clips that I've seen recently of Lewis Bate, if he works his backside off, he will make it under that Bielsa team and he'll become a superstar alongside Calvin Phillips, right?
Yeah.
So why would we be annoyed or frustrated if a player like Lewis Bate believes from his heart that I don't need a loan? I know I haven't kicked a ball, but I'm probably just as good to starting this Premier League right now. So similarly with Marguerite as well, hasn't kicked a ball in the Premier League and he's penciled down to start for Crystal Palace.
His situation, I think there's two different ways because Mark Gurhey had an outstanding loan in the Championship and really Tomori, Mason Mount, Abraham and James have all shown that if you do well in the Championship, you know at that age you're quite likely to do very well in the Premier League, especially coming from Chelsea, and they're ready for first team football. They're built for first team football. Look at the size of Livramento and these players. They're fully ass grown men. And then, you could take that route or you could take the Hudson-Odoi route, which is I'm going to not go out on loan. I'm going to stay with the first team, Gilmour as well before this season. But those two players have not established themselves in the starting 11. So you can take that route of not going out on loan, but just know your status within the squad is probably going to be less in comparison to the players that have gone out on loan and got the first team experience, because Reece James and Mason Mount status is not the same as Hudson-Odoi and Gilmour's status in this team. And it's the same when Abraham came back and he was a starting striker, and Tomori came back and was starting centre-back for quite a while as well. Like, the players that didn't go out on loan and get the experience, I feel like there is something missing from their makeup as a footballer in the Chelsea first team that Reece James, Mason Mount have that they don't have. And I think when Gilmour goes on, comes back from Norwich, he's going to have that. And Hudson-Odoi, I love him, but there's something he doesn't have. There's something missing. And obviously the injury didn't help.
Even Conor Gallagher. He probably has more experience than Callum. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And it doesn't help because Callum had a massive injury as well. So it's slightly unfair to him. But there is something that regular game time, if he had got it, even if he'd gone on loan to a Leipzig and he had played games for a season and come back, I feel like he would have just had that something extra. We got a couple super chats here that I'll read out before we go back to it. My panic date is August 10th. If we aren't finalizing deals for striker by that time, and maybe a good link to a CM I'm pressing the red button, brothers. Listen, you stay away from that red button, all right?
Abort.
Bloody mess up this club with that massive red button of yours. God knows what that red button does. You be careful. Big up, Ma. You coming to any Chelsea preseason games? Yes. I think I seen someone ask me this in Big Six. I didn't get to ask. I don't know if I am, to be honest. I don't know how the ticketing system's working at the moment. I have a member on the website, a membership thing, but I haven't gone into it for ages, obviously, because the games have not been on. So, I mean, I've seen people on Twitter complaining about the waiting room times, and in this heat, I don't have the patience. So I might be one of them brothers that the film might be out now, and everybody's rushing to go to the queues, and you're all excited. I'll go in October. Do you know what I mean? The PS5 just dropped now, the FIFA just dropped now, and everybody's outside game. GameStop just outside queuing. I'll wait till the crowds go down, man. That's just the way I'm going to approach this. If it's a problem. Younes, what about you? You going to be going to any games or anything?
I have no idea. Pre-season? No, I don't think so. But after that, God knows. God knows.
Yeah, I went to the Dublin tour when Lampard's first season. That was fun watching us fumble the bag against Trialists in the first half. when Bakayoko was spraying balls outside off the pitch and stuff. That was always fun. But to be honest, with the current crop of players, like there's a lot. We probably only have about 5 or 6 players that Tuchel actually needs to see in this current like pre-season squad. The rest of them don't need to be here, if I'm being honest. So it's not the greatest squad. He's not really working with a lot of these players from early because they're all taking holidays, and much needed as well. Like I think I seen somewhere where Mount could get an extension of a week, and I was like, sign me up, honestly, because I think they're gonna burn out otherwise. I really do. Yeah. I think these players are going to burn out next season if they don't get their break that they need. So I don't want to see nobody that did the Euros come back early. Come back when you are scheduled to come back. Because if anybody's coming back early after doing all that, there's just going to be injuries galore.
I think they all get 3 weeks from the moment they get eliminated from the Euros, or when their Euros campaign ended. The 3-week holiday from that point. So yeah, they should be fine. Like the Italians and the English will obviously have longer now because they exited at the final. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we got quite a lot of players in those 2 setups as well. Yeah. I read somewhere that Emerson put in a transfer request. I was like, don't worry, mate. He was trying to get rid of you anyway.
Exactly.
I could just imagine him barging into office. I'm handing in a transfer request. I've had enough.
You're like,
don't worry, we've already requested your transfer.
Yeah. Marina's just like, you're on the board already.
That's fine. Get out the office.
We've got you listed too, mate.
Take your transfer request and walk straight out of here because we are trying to get rid of you.
While you're doing all that, make sure you go and ask around if anyone wants to buy you because we've been trying. It's not easy, mate. But go on, what was you going to say there, bro?
I was going to say it's a tricky conversation, this one, though. Is there a backup left back for us? For Chilwell? If we're trying to get rid of Alonso and Emerson, I mean,
we'll keep one. We'll keep 100%. We'll keep.
Alonso's not leaving.
Alonso won't go.
Well, we can't keep Emerson now. He's putting a transfer request.
I'm tired of fighting this Alonso fight. Every single summer, I ask for him to depart, and he just doesn't go.
He's not going anywhere, mate.
You can't swat him. He's just a constant fly.
He will retire at Chelsea.
I've given up. You'll probably get a contract extension.
Yeah, I'm tired. I've given up. Like, it's just not gonna. He's not leaving. He is not leaving. So from the moment we offered him that 5-year deal under Sarri and said he's the best left back in Europe, I gave up. I was like, I'm done. I'm actually done.
Do you remember that? Oh wow! Yeah, best left back in Europe.
See, everybody thinks these Sarri sexuals and Sarriistas are obsessed. Don't. Nobody told me Sarri didn't get things wrong because that statement there.
Of course.
Since he said that, he's given us hell because now we can't get rid of this guy. And then on top of that as well, he brought on Zappacosta and we needed a goal against Man United.
Yeah.
I remember at the time people going, like, hearing him go, yeah, Alonso, best left back in the world. And I see loads of people go, yes, so true. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
Sarri was smoking some good ones that day, man.
Something was in his Marlboro. I don't know what it was.
I had a dream back then that Sarri and Snoop Dogg would light one up together.
Who do you reckon would do it good, bro? Because I think Sarri would give Snoop a mad go.
Hands down, Sarri does. I guarantee. Surely, if you smoke that much, you've been there.
Bro, Sarri and Snoop needs to drop a new beat, bro. I would watch that.
I can just imagine Sarri in that massive tracksuit.
Sarri on Snoop Dogg's podcast.
That massive tracksuit.
Just smoke everywhere, Younes.
Yeah, just smoke. Like, basically, Snoop comes into the music video. He's lighting up a big one. And then the big puff of smoke, Sarri just walks out of the corridor like the Europa League final with his suit on with Zola and all the Italian dons behind him. He just walks out. And I don't know what music's playing. I don't know. It'll have to be something gangster, man. Something from the late 90s, early 2000s. Gangster, bro. Yeah. It's got to be something, man. Can you imagine? It'd be brilliant. Man. What a life. He's at Lazio now. It's funny because he would be linked with Kepa and Loftus-Cheek. Those links just died down. But I mean, the way I see this transfer window so far is that I did a tweet about it, and this is good because Younes will get it from UK. I'm sure Miz hopefully will get it as well, just from school. But I put it out, but it's like, you know, when year 11's the top year in the school.
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Yeah, man. It's like Loftus-Cheek, Masunda, and Sterling. They just come back and it's like, nah, I'm not. No, absolutely not. No chance. And they've just come and they've just got Livramento, grabbed him up, gripped him up, got his tie, just dragged it down. You know, you used to get those things in school where you used to get you're wearing the
peanut tie.
Peanut, yeah, you get peanutted. That's it. You get peanutted. I feel like Loftus-Cheek's just gone to Lewis Bate and just peanutted him. And Sterling has just gone to Livramento and he's just peanutted him. And Masunda, who's been in the gym and he's actually looking decent now, he's gone up to Harris and he's just peanutted him. And it's great because all the positions line up and he's like, listen, we had to wait. We've had to wait. We've all of our career, because really all of their careers have gone in different directions. Sterling picked up an injury. Loftus-Cheek picked up an injury. And Masunda has picked up hella injuries. So their careers haven't gone the way they thought. They're in year 11. They failed their GCSEs. They got D's and E's when they were meant to get straight A's. Yeah, all these guys in the youth were big guys, right? They were big guys. They were all massive talents.
You know those ones, expected grade, A. Result,
It's another one of those expected ratio, expected goals.
Oh my God. Instead of expected goals, it's expected grades. Yo, Younes. Yeah, and then you're expected an A in maths, an A in English, A in biology, A in ICT. And then you get home and you're sitting there with your parents and you open it up.
C's and D's.
And then your mind just goes to the injuries in the back of your mind. And it's just flashbacks. It's shaking, opening the envelope. Open it up. E. You're going out on loan to Palace. You're going to the medical room with Eva. You're going on loan to Wigan if you're Sterling. And then your parents just like, get out! Get out! And then in comes Mount. In comes Mount with a fresh A. In comes James with a fresh A.
Mount and James, expected grade B. Actual grade, A stars.
A stars.
Like, they just walk in, A stars.
And then they just come in the room and they're like, we'll take it from here, boys. And now they got Champions League medals around their neck. And if you're trying to tell me that these three are not offended,
they got PhDs. They got PhDs now.
They got doctors. They're masters. Leaders. Do you know what I mean? They're house captains, prefects. You know when you get the stripes? That's what they earn their stripes. And then now you got these old dons that have come back in after failing, and they're like, we ain't pissing
we
them out.
Redo it.
We're not playing about. And then Livramento, Harris in year 9, who haven't even picked their subjects yet.
They've just been kicked out.
They think they're gonna bop in when these brothers are out. Bro, there's a chain, man. There's no way. So I'm telling you, Loftus-Cheek, Sterling, all these guys, they just came in, picked up Harris and Livramento and Bates,
right.
You know, football from the cage. They just got it and booted it over the fence. Said, listen, you lot need to get the hell out of here. They booted over the fence and now they're chasing. They're chasing their dream somewhere else. So listen, get the hell out, man. Leave.
You know what? They're so excited as well. These, you know, the Ruben Loftus-Cheek probably and Sterling and Masunda. They just saw some of their youngsters get a Champions League medal and they're thinking, you know, could happen again. I want to stick around for this time. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if I'm just a floater or someone's just rotating, I want that shiny medal around my neck. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing is now, I feel like Livramento, Bate, and Harris, they're the ballsy year 9s. They're the ones that think they can fight and they think they can go toe-to-toe with the year 11s.
Yeah.
If you're a good
I was
year
always
9,
scared about those kids. I really was. Like, the younger ones that could beat me down.
If you're a good year 9 and you just behave yourself and take instruction from the year 11s like Brozier, then you get an arm around the shoulder and you get looked after. And now look, he's in the first team. You know what I mean? He's not going to play. He's not going to play games, but he'll get to stand around and hand people out water bottles and, you know, look after the year 11s. And if they need a drink, you go and get them a drink and stuff. And maybe they'll look after you for a couple of years and then you can be a year 11 too. That's how honestly, this is how you got to do it. This is what you've got to do. You've got to hit bench.
Well, welcome to all the kids that are watching this at school. We are talking about school stuff.
we're talking about our own school memories. And
we've been there, done it. We know the drill.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is how it goes. Younes' Reddit videos are mad. He should do 2 a week. Younes?
Thank you.
I watched your last one, Younes. Haaland signed for something. I think.
Gallagher.
That was what's I don't get this, the whole concept. So what is it like? So you've got a Reddit account, and they want you to your followers in Reddit wants you to do a video based on what's happening there. Explain to me what's going on there.
I decided to do a video based on what they post. But it's a popular. I think it's a popular thing on YouTube now. It's a bit of a trend. Died down, but it's known on the platform where creators will have their own Reddit page, their own Reddit community page. So it's like my community page, and then people can become members, obviously for free. Just join the page, and then they'll be able to post whatever they want. And I've told people post about whether it's myself or Chelsea or football in general. But make it funny, make it entertaining, come up, be creative, be clever. Yeah. And then the members will vote based on all the posts that they put up. They will, like, if they like something, they'll upvote it, similar to like a like. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the ones to the top.
Yeah. But what I do each week, I will filter it to the top ones. So the ones with the most upvotes and the least amount of downvotes will be at the top of the page. And then I'll start scrolling, and they'll appear in my video. And then I'll react to it. I don't know what's there, so I'll go on it. And I'm filming, and I don't know what's there, and then I'll react, and we just have fun. Basically.
It's a mad way to connect. It's a mad way to connect with fans.
KSI has one, and after the KSI show, he did it, and my bollocks. I felt bad for him. He invested $1 million into that show. I didn't buy it. 2 million. I didn't. 2 million. Right. I didn't buy it because I was late to the scene, and me and you spoke about this in WhatsApp. But and Miz is probably, I don't know what the hell is going on here.
Yeah, I didn't know what you guys were talking about.
What is this ISK? What is this? Who is this ISK? But you spent 2 million on a show, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm buzzing, great show, everybody's gonna love it. I can't wait to do my Reddit video." He goes onto Reddit, and it's nothing but abuse. And his fan base are very honest with him.
Constructive criticism, but a lot of it.
Time.
Wow. He took it on the chin, though, man. He took it on the chin. Like as he said, there'll be celebs that will completely just ignore and just pretend everything's okay. They'll be like, get out of it. But no, he took it on the chin to the point where he looked like he was gonna cry. Yeah. And he was like, I can't believe like all that time, money, and effort, and this is the feedback. But he took it on the chin, and he was like, you know what? We learn from it, we move, and it's fair play to him.
Wow.
I always see people in the chat every now and then recommend strikers that are no longer available. So just for an update, Isak, right? The Swedish Don that everybody loves.
This again.
Yeah, just very quickly, he has signed a new contract at Real Sociedad. We cannot sign him this season.
But why not? Why not, Mateus? Why not?
This must happen.
Andre Silva, for the umpteenth time, he had signed for RB Leipzig. I don't know why people keep talking about Andre Silva like he's an option. He was at Frankfurt. He has signed for RB Leipzig in this window. He is not moving again. So these are two strikers on the plan B list that are not available. So now we go back to plan A, and the Haaland situation still hasn't moved again, which is why, guys, what you'll see is that I can't talk about stuff that's not happening because I get angry and I get frustrated because it just bores the shit out of me. So you won't see me talking about any of this stuff now until, like, in terms of uploading a separate video, until it's actually a bid. Because at this point, everybody always asks me when I go into the other shows, like when I go into Rance's show, I go into Big Sticks, like, any update on the Haaland situation? No, we haven't bid. They are only going to negotiate at a certain price, and we still haven't bid yet.
There is an update. There is an update.
What's the update?
Chelsea are interested.
Oh, monitoring. Monitoring.
Haaland is interested.
Chelsea are observing, monitoring.
Chelsea are preparing.
Investigating.
Sniffing.
we can figure. Do you know what? Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, between the three of us, we could, if we wanted to drag this rumor out for the next 3 days and make it more interesting, we could. You use monitoring, interesting, investigating, sniffing. You use all of these words for each different article. Then what you do is you change the currency each time. Dortmund asking price is this euros, this yen, this pounds, this dollars, and you can just keep changing it. And their fan base will be like, "Oh my god, they only want They only want this many dollars.
I'm surprised they haven't said anything about rupees. How much rupees it's going to be?
Mate, we might have to start moving to like dinars, like Emirati
Dinars and dirhams.
dinar and dirham.
This is how much dirhams it's going to take.
Yeah. And then on top of that,
breaking news.
And then every now and then you can choose a member of Team Haaland to focus on. So today it's Erling, next day it's Alfie, then it's his mum. If he's got any, his brother bangs in goals as well. Add him to the equation. Could be a hazard
Does
situation.
he have a brother?
Line up all the brothers. Yeah, he's got a brother. No, he's got a cousin. I don't know. He's got someone that's related to him who scores goals.
All right, it just runs in the family.
Yeah.
Is Raiola the manager, the agent for that kid as well?
Yeah,
Probably will be.
Probably.
He'll get first dibs.
Wow,
testing
man.
the waters. You know what I mean? You could just add in all these things, and then next thing you know, you've got 5 days in a row of solid rumors on Haaland.
But this is the thing, yeah, because like we're all frustrated with it, and I understand it. And even like now, I was so like kind of confident, at least a couple of weeks ago, and now I'll be honest, like it's starting to creep in a little bit. I still feel like we can get something done because the time is there, but I'm still like I'm starting to feel a little bit anxious, just a bit. I just hope, because this is the thing with Chelsea, they like to do things quietly. I just hope they're doing things quietly, and because it's quiet, we won't know about it. So it's one of those things where we just have to just wait, as painful as it is. And if nothing happens, then we'll know. Like the end of the window, if nothing's happened, then we'll get confirmation and, oh, okay, yeah, nothing's actually happening. But we're not going to know that until then. That's the painful thing.
I was I put out a very funny poll just 24 hours ago. I said, who do we expect our striker to be against Villarreal? And I was just taking the piss, absolutely taking the piss. I had that new guy from Stuttgart, Sasa Kaladic or whatever, as one of the options.
Yeah.
The 6'5" beast.
Haaland alternative.
6'5" something.
The basketball player.
The basketball player. So I had him, I had Danny Ings, I had Tammy Abraham and Armando Broja. And at the moment, Armando Broja is leading the race versus Villarreal to start for us. I purposely didn't put Werner and Kai Havertz in there just to take the mick out of it. But a lot of the people were saying Kai Havertz, and I'm like, he's another player that I'm not really sure whether he'll be ready for that match, because if we're still thinking they're going to be on holidays, I mean, then he has to come back and train and get ready. I don't know. I would love him to be. I mean, what's your thoughts? I mean, who do you reckon is going to start for us against Villarreal?
Might have to get flipping Tuchel to play up front himself this way. I don't know. I don't know. Like the Germans, I know will be coming back really soon because they got eliminated at the last 16. England
before England. Yeah, a week before England, I think.
Yeah. You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm so tempted.
Depending, they don't catch the disease again and whatnot. So,
as long as there's no complication.
Honestly, that cannot happen. I saw Drogba in the new kit. I don't really want to see him again in the new kit. It doesn't look great. So
I have a feeling we could see Tammy.
Drogba.
Yeah. If the fact, I saw him in the new kit and it didn't look great. No one looks good in the new kit, man. It's just peak.
What, you think we can just like let's go and pluck out? How old's Drogba now? He's like 84 years old.
Bro, he's at least 40. Yeah, he's 84.
Let's just bring him.
I mean, at this point, you're looking at. I mean, Abraham. If he plays, it's going to be weird, to be honest, because I just don't think he should be in the plans. If Abraham's here, people keep saying, "Oh, we should just keep Abraham if we don't get anyone." If Abraham is here, that is by definition not backing Tuchel. Like that is the clearest indication I've ever seen of we didn't back our manager. On top of that, his contract's running out and he's not re-signing. So I'm personally not willing to miss out on 40 million on Abraham for him to go for free.
Yeah.
So
can you imagine if he plays that Super Cup? You just know how it's going to go. He'll go to penalties and he'll miss the fifth.
We have to win that game, man. We have to win that game. I cannot watch us lose another Super Cup final, whether it means a lot to you personally or not, guys. I personally am not here for it. We need to win.
We win or we riot.
Clipboard is saying, let's start a GoFundMe for Chelsea. Absolutely not. This club is bloody milking us dry. They're making us pay to print tickets. What the hell are you talking about?
let's not involve any more GoFundMes with football, please.
Yeah, after we gave 30 grand to a German girl who cried. And then, by the way, it didn't even go to her. It went to some other random girl. A random girl just collected 35 grand of some other girl's misfortune. It's ridiculous. It didn't even go to her. So now some random guy is driving around in a BMW, a fresh new BMW, for no reason. For absolutely no reason.
Amazing.
Bro, he's probably thinking, how foolish could people be in his own, the new BMW he's driving around, and he's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe I just got scored myself a new BMW.
Guarantee if we were to do a GoFundMe for Haaland, that would go to Raiola's pocket.
Yeah.
We'd be giving money to Raiola.
Yeah, we actually would. I mean, literally, from as far as I'm concerned, Lewis Bate, that transfer fee should be Raiola's, isn't it? And then that's it.
That's exactly.
There's going to be a cap on agent fees as well coming in from FIFA.
They'll still find other ways, though, Matisse. They'll find other ways.
Oh yeah, just buy me a watch or a boat or something.
Yeah, like jack up the transfer fee. Do you know what I mean? And part of that, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, will go to X account in Switzerland. And if you link back, it will end up being at Raiola's wife's cousin's friend's, account. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guarantee, just like the rich people do it nowadays. Yeah, Mino Raiola will start a foundation, and you'll have a Mino Raiola Foundation. It's a charity, registered charity. And then Roman will go, I'm going to donate to Mino Raiola Foundation. And then we'll give him money, and he'll go, thank you very much for donating to my charity. That charity is me. And he'll put it in his pocket. There we are. Avoids FIFA, avoids everything.
Can you actually imagine the amount of like backhanded agreements and under the table stuff that must go on in football? Like the amount of money that is involved.
Everywhere.
Like it's incredible. The amount of money that's involved in this game and the level of negotiations we're talking about. Can you imagine the type of rubbish that must take place behind the scenes? It must be riddled with corruption.
Wasn't it Sam Allardyce not that many years ago?
From England.
Was caught talking about these sort of things. That some of his players got tapped up, and then they were talking about payments under the table and all of that. So,
I mean, to be honest, with Big Sam, I think like it wasn't him personally, but he had a little involvement on the side, if you know what I mean. He was around the table, and he was kind of, you could say, complicit, even though he wasn't the main deal. But I got to say, he got sacked, and he left England as the only England manager to have a 100% win record.
Because he never even played.
One game.
He has been.
One game. Okay.
And he's only been able to secure a West Brom job since.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean,
the England job is just losing its prestige, but that's for another conversation.
I reckon, even some of I'll see what you guys have to think as well. You know how sometimes we see players in Chelsea get X amount of salaries, and it's so visible on online, and you sort of think, how's all this information available? And then on top of that, you think, surely there are payments that are underneath that no one knows. Like, these players, they wouldn't be just settling for, this is just my salary, no problems. Nah.
Oh, there's more.
Where are the under the table ones? Do you know what I mean?
Mate, you remember when it came out? Like, obviously, we knew about Neymar's deal with PSG. And way after that, like, everyone knew his salary, his base, but way after that, his contract got leaked, didn't it? And you saw he got 2 or 3 million to go and clap to fans after 90 minutes.
Wow.
Like, it's in the contract. Clap to the fans, go over there, clap to the fans, here's 2 million. Like, that's...
His dad's getting that money. Something's gone wrong there. If you're having to clap to the fans to get paid, that is ridiculous.
It's correct, but it shows you what's involved in the game, man. It's mad.
That clause doesn't mean what it means. It's definitely something else. That's going to his sister or something, or some madness like that.
Bro, I know Messi and Ronaldo are big time players, ever to hit this beautiful game of football. But it's mad when you think about Messi, something about close to $1 million a week. Ronaldo as well. Like these guys.
Oh, more. Messi's on more.
Someone said 4 million a week, but I don't know if that's real.
Like the bottom line is it's a lot of money. And it's crazy the amount of money that's available in this game, man. Just, like, even if you're like let's say a Burnley player, I don't think anyone's earning less than 10 G's per week.
No. Premier League footballers 50K. That's the going rate.
Wow, bro.
50, 40K. I it's personally making me want to saddle up and get my shin pads on and go and train.
I reckon, Matisse, even if you make it as a championship player, like one of the top clubs in the championship, you're still getting about 10 minimum.
Oh, yeah. But I'm too blind.
Yeah.
I'm too
the
blind
lower end, probably about 6, 7,
20,
8.
20, yeah.
Think about it, like 6, 7, 8 or 10 G's a week.
Yeah.
Do you know how much that is in super chats?
You guys might want to start putting some super chats through right now.
Clip got hit. Says made $148 on Forex today. Only 17 wanted to give back by donation. Okay.
This guy's still working Forex. Everyone's jumped onto crypto. Forex got forgotten.
Yeah,
he's still working Forex. Fair play.
Let's not talk about crypto right now. We're in a rough patch. It's fine.
Rough patch.
We'll come out the other side.
It's more than a patch, bro.
Younes is sweating.
But what did I tell you guys?
I'm not sweating, Miz. I'm good. I sleep just fine. I'm like, listen.
Did you pull out you got out of it?
No, I'm just leaving it now. I'm just like, I'll just wait until it comes back up.
Hold on for dear life.
I'll just wait. I'm cool. I've got patience. I'll just wait. Until it fixes itself. I don't care if it's this year, next year, the year after. I'm just going to wait.
You remember how I told you guys I still had it and I obviously didn't sell, so I kept it there. And I looked at it when it was at peak, when you guys were buzzing. Yeah. I was up like $3,000 and I was thinking about getting it all out. But I still kept it. Now, recently I had a look. I'm back in the red.
That's everyone. Me included. That's everyone.
No, I'm not in the red, but yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait it out. It's not that deep. I personally would like to see TT have an attacking formation, for example, a 4-2-2-2. That's something I've only seen on FIFA, but anyway, for the smaller teams, what would you guys start?
I heard of a 4-2-4 being experimented. And I don't think we've had that formation since the 60s. So I'm definitely looking forward to this.
I mean, these are all variations, aren't they? The 4-2-2, 4-2-4. It all sort of ends up being the same sort of thing. The thing is, and this is what I've realized, I'm pretty sure you guys will agree to this. I've thought about it a lot, like on the side when I'm not doing the streams or whatnot, and I'm just sort of pondering about formations, and I started playing around in the tactical board a little bit, and I realized the formation, you know how Tuchel keeps saying the formation doesn't matter?
Yeah,
it actually
doesn't.
It really doesn't matter. Because I'll tell you what, Younes, this is what I was doing, right, the other day. It all comes down to how you want to attack. So let's say, for example, Chelsea says, we want to predominantly attack from the left side.
Yeah.
So essentially what it's going to happen is they want to drag Chilwell as far as possible to create the overload. And then to compensate that, maybe Reece comes in and then and you still maintain the 3 at the back. Maybe can't take it. So it's never the same. It's never like the rigid formation that we see 4-2-3-1 or 3-4-3. It's never like that.
No,
it's always shifting and turning and changing. Completely. Like this,
what we should do is super glue the players onto the pitch in their formation and don't let them move, and then it will stay as you guys want it.
That game, each game will finish 0-0.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I'm quite happy with the current formation. I don't need it changed. I just need to see a proper striker at the top of that formation, then I'll be fine. Thanks really appreciate the super chats, guys, because you're the only ones keeping us talking about football. I have been trying to steer this conversation to other matters for a while. Go for it. What was you going to say, Miss?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, man, the super chats are really bringing out some discussion points. So
Yeah, because there's nothing to talk about. I won't lie. If there's nothing to talk about on the All You Can Eat Chelsea show, we'll just talk about other stuff because we're great friends. We could talk about anything. I feel like we could talk about other topics. So there's nothing going on. I'm not going to waffle on about Haaland for 90 minutes. I'm not doing it. I swear to you. I promise it's not happening. There is no update. Like literally none. Raiola's still trying to eat up all the funds. Haaland's still lifting weights at Dortmund, not giving a shit what happens. And Chelsea are still in their money box, digging around for that last cent before they put in a bid. That's all it is.
Here's the thing: do you think we will put in a bid or not?
Imagine we don't.
Because that's the worry. That's the worry. Like
after all this, we don't even put in a bid.
We're not even gonna put a bid. Like it's very unlikely he's not moving, and we're just kind of turned off. Like I hope not.
Oh Lord.
The thing is, like, it all depends how you want to read this, right? And I've seen a distinct difference between the German journalists, whether it be Sky Germany, Bild or Bild, however you want to pronounce it. Jan Age, who's really in Haaland camp, he shouldn't know anything about Chelsea, to be honest, unless he's got a quick number on Thomas Tuchel and getting insights from him. I highly doubt that. Then you have the Chelsea correspondents who are pretty much saying, we've not heard anything that Chelsea's preparing anything for Haaland.
This deal, they're keeping it ziplock in a bag, sealed up, like dead silent. So there's no update because Chelsea don't want you to have an update.
Yeah.
Simple as that. They're working on something. They have to be. Otherwise, they're absolutely brain dead. But they're not going to let any of us know about it or any of their journalists know about it because it is the biggest deal in football. And it is going to be the second most expensive deal in football. And it's going to be the biggest deal Chelsea have ever done and the biggest wages Chelsea have ever given out and the biggest initial payout Chelsea have ever given out and the biggest agent fees Chelsea have ever given out. And he's going to be the highest earner in Chelsea's squad, more than likely. You kind of want to keep that quiet. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on there. Because if you make it public and you start some sort of bidding war, say Real Madrid get bored and Perez, after leaking out all of his voice notes on WhatsApp, he decides, you know what? Screw all of this. I need to divert attention away from myself. I'm going to bid for Haaland for no reason and drive up the price, then we're screwed. Because Chelsea in a very dangerous situation where they have no other option. Lukaku is living life saying he's not going anywhere, stretching his muscles out on the beach, just living life, not giving two shits about any of our transfer links. And all of the plan Bs are either Danny Ings, who's injury prone, or Batshuayi putting on his SpongeBob SquarePants and getting back out on that pitch again to disappoint me for the 13th time in a row.
Bro, that's all there is. Just on a side note, if you're a Real Madrid content maker, you got content almost per hour. Every hour there's something ready.
It's mad.
You just be doing 10 videos a day. Do you know what I mean? What is Perez saying?
I'd be like this. I'd be like this every day.
Who was it? Was it Younes or was it Yannick that used to do those videos about conspiracy theories on YouTube, like in a second channel? I think it was Yannick.
Yannick doing conspiracy theories?
What's cool? What?
Yeah, like you had like a
that
crime
sound like
Yannick theory. Yeah, I think it was Yannick. He'll probably message me if he sees this, but I think he had like this crime because I think he likes crime, and he had like this investigation crime conspiracy theory kind of like series going on in the second channel. Yeah. And that's the kind of series you could do with Real Madrid right now. Each voice note that gets leaked, just do a video based on that and just like delve into it and what you think that could have happened and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think it was him. It wasn't Younes because Younes set up. I remember there's such a funny comment. Someone said on, I think it was last year. Someone was like, Younes had a football channel, turned it into a podcast channel, and then made another channel for a football channel, and then stopped the podcast channel to do football again on another channel. And now the new football channel has surpassed the old football channel. And
that was on my Reddit. That was on my Reddit.
Younes is the word that we say in football to players. He's a journeyman. You know, he's been to every club. He's played for every. He's Zlatan. He's the Zlatan of YouTube.
I am an it was Zlatan. Yeah.
Oh my god, man, it's so funny. But that new channel now, Younes, is surpassed the old channel by double, and the algorithm kind
less time as well,
and in less time. So it was a smart decision you did. You know what I mean?
It worked out. I mean, there was honestly no intention for it to be like that, but it worked out. So.
Yeah.
Happy.
I got to say though, just on the side note, people who I don't know if you've tuned into any of those podcasts Younes was doing with his mate. I tuned in on a couple of them. I swear I was stuck and I was listening because you and your mate, you guys had mad chemistry. Like you guys bounced off each other. You're close mates, yeah?
Very, yeah.
So, and some of the topics were, interesting. Like away from football, it's fun to talk. It's just crazy that it just it didn't take off. It didn't take off.
Where are football? This is not what I subscribe for. Where is the football? Where is the football opinions? You bastard! What have you done to my life? Ruined everything. I was so. And you know what? Just enjoy the content, man.
Yeah, and this is the other thing as well with to live chat. There's literally 600 plus. I know there's a much crazy funnier side to Matisse that you guys probably haven't seen yet. I've seen it from ages ago, being in other podcasts with him and whatnot. There's a lot more than football than what Matisse brings. So if Matisse ever swaps it out or he does something on the side of another,
there will be a podcast on
like
that's not
honestly follow. It'll
be a separate entity, but on the channel.
Like follow that because there's a lot more than just football with us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but for people that are watching, my channel will not just be about Chelsea as it grows. Like you can see, I'm creeping it in ever so slightly. Yeah, the roundabout this week was about there was no football. Jadon Sancho was put in at the end, but that was just to appease you guys.
Like reluctantly,
reluctantly, because to be honest, I put in Stephen A. Smith because if you guys have been following, Stephen A. Smith's had an absolute awful week. F1, great race, and then obviously the NBA finals as well. And sometimes we throw in the tennis. I'm going to start an F1 show next F1 season. So there'll be a weekly F1 show because I think people need that. Like
on this channel.
On this channel.
Oh.
So all the F1.
Will that mess with your algorithm though? Will that mess with your algorithm?
I don't know, but I don't care because really, if you look at all these other channels, like, Chunks or whoever, they can upload whatever they want. Do you know what I mean? So you have to build your channel in a way where you can do that at some point. So I'm going to have a podcast where I just speak about real life and me and Saj will just mash it up on a sofa and just chat, get food, and we'll just break it down and talk about kind of like Chucky Online where you just talk about whatever's trending that week. So we would have spoke about Matt Hancock doing what he did. We would have spoke about that on the podcast. So the football will still be there, but I just want to have a variety of content because to be honest, in times like this, where let's keep it a buck, Chelsea, there is really not much to talk about. Instead of boring the people with the same regurgitated shit, breaking news, Chelsea inquire about Haaland for the 120th time, and there's no real update, but I'm going to just keep talking. No, I'm not doing it. I would just not upload. It's simple as that. So there has to be a variety on here. There has to be, because otherwise I can't function as a human being. I just can't do it. It's not going to happen.
Younes, you reckon you'll bring it back? Because, I mean, your channel's growing and you've got the Twitch, you've got Reddit. Like, I honestly enjoyed that. That was, I think fans would love to see, would love to see the other side of the coin, but that's my channel. Fans would love to see the other side of, the content makers. Like, it's interesting because then you connect a lot more. Because I remember when I did my, the holiday, the last time I went, like, that got, I still see it. That got like about 75 comments. People appreciated Miz, who's not just the football content maker. Like the person. So
I
do you reckon you'll bring that back?
Down the line, not now, but yeah, I think it'll come a time, where I will have probably a separate channel of just randoms. And just general stuff or, things to do with me or whatever, like just in general discussions, like all sorts. So, down the line, though. Not yet.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I mean, it's a shame that the algorithm kind of screws you over to the fact where you have to even do it on a separate channel. It'd be nice to just put it all in one channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be. It would be. But I mean, like the way that mine is right now, you don't want to mess with that. Like, it's great.
You're getting enough views to have something to protect.
You're on a flyer, bro. You've hit something good. You've got that.
Do not.
I was going to say you got that G spot, but might not be. Might not be nice to talk about that. But
it's accurate.
maybe for that's for subscription based only conversations. But yeah, but yeah, do you know what, Matisse? Saeed recently started doing some
nice
vlogs about him going to the gym and whatnot. They're banging. Like he's getting 100%. More views in those than his football ones.
Man, listen, when you run them silly Maguire Beckenbauer agendas, bro, it's always gonna happen. You know what I mean? That man, them just come for the other content now. No more football opinions. Saeed, it's done. Shy Havertz and whatnot. We had to stop. We had to just put a pause. But it's like, nah, no more. We're done here. I feel like I'm in that sweet spot where I can still have an influence on how this goes. But I mean, in terms of, I can't remember what I was going to bring up, so I'm going to just go to the super chats while I think. I Test Merchant says Kai in a 2-striker formation versus low blocks lethal. I mean, to be honest, the formation that we currently play is 2 strikers, if you think about it, because Kai or Timo is always going to be behind the striker, and then they're going to always move forward and become that striker, and Mason Mount just sits as the 10 or the 8. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing already, really, a 2-striker system. So it's not something that's going to be wildly different to what we already do. Why is the Premier League so hard for new signings? Depends on the signing. Ruben Diaz didn't struggle, did he? He had no problem. If you're talking about us, then bloody hell. I mean, where do I start? Obviously, it wasn't the easiest year to start with. Ziyech came in a different situation to a lot of players would really prefer to in terms of his break being extended. That's what happens when you have too long a break. You know what I mean? It's like going back to work after being out for 5 months. You can't really be asked when you get back. It's like, some people are excited and some people are like, Jesus Christ.
But is this super chat in relation to why is it so hard to get signings, or is it hard for the signings once they actually arrive here?
Maybe, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably about why there's no new signings. Well, I have no idea.
No, the way it's worded, I'm guessing that it's asking why is it so hard for new signings when they arrive here for them to settle in and hit the ground running like immediately, which that's the answer simple is the Premier League is so physical and so fast. You need to adapt. That's not going to come overnight. And that's going to probably take a season. Second season, you get up and running. But
do you know what? Sorry, go on, Younes.
No. I mean, like the alternative point was just money, I'm guessing. It's there's a lot of money involved.
The other thing that I wanted to add on top of what Younes said is we forget the human element of it, man. Like these players, like for instance, let's say for example, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, 21, leaving Germany where he's been all his life, coming to London, settling down, new people, new friends, food is different, away from family. All of that factor affects the way one operates at work. And in this case, work is football. I'm pretty sure if you take Younes or Matisse, where they are right now, comfortable in their rooms, and they're happy to do their podcast, and you take them away and you put them absolutely somewhere random in a different country, different people. It won't be the same vibe. Like it won't be.
You're out your comfort zone.
You're out of your comfort zone. It will take a bit of time to get to the normality. So if that's for us, why is it any different for a footballer? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure Kai Havertz comes in the first day and it's all these new players. It's like going to a new school. You've left your old one. You can't just be, how you doing, boys? What the F, bro? Who are you? I mean, you could be Kai Havertz, but I don't care. Like, I've been mates with Aspilicueta for a very long. I'm going to hang with him. I'm not going to hang with you, Havertz. You'll find your own way around this club.
And it's a high pressurized job as well. You're not just going into any normal job where it's like, you can just take your time, settle in. You're coming into a high pressurized job where millions of people are expecting things from you from the get-go. Media, fans, punditry involved in the media, your own coaching staff, your own co-workers being players. So it's a very high pressurized place to be. So the
level is high as well, man. We're not mid-table. We're Chelsea. Like, all due respect, we are one of the biggest clubs. I want to say one of the world's biggest clubs. Like, the standard is so high. It comes with pressure. A lot of pressure.
I can see us on this show humanizing things a lot more for people this coming season, because I just feel like especially because take what just happened with the whole outcry of Bate, Livramento, Gahey. You're not fit to wear the shirt. You don't care about the club, you bastard. No.
Crazy.
No.
And you know what? This is a great platform, boys, because I've noticed whatever we have at times discussed, I've sometimes seen it float around in social media, and I'm like, hey, that's what we talked about. So it does go around, Matisse. Don't ever disregard the conversations we have and the news we are promoting, or the sort of message that we're sending. It does get around. And the other thing is, a lot of people think, but they get paid so much. They get so much money. It should just work out. Like, that's got no correlation. Just because one gets paid a lot, that doesn't mean they'll just everything in human element just seems to just click. Now, do you know what I mean?
Would I rather be rich or broke with human issues? Rich, of course. If I'm going through something, I'd rather have some notes to cry on, to wipe my tears. But doesn't mean there won't be some tears. That's what people conflict and confuse.
I mean, you can't now. They're not even paper anymore. They're plastic. So good luck.
Oh Lord, it's just the same situation with the straws. When I'm gonna go. Don't vex me, because I'm gonna go to Space Jam this Friday. I'm gonna go watch it in the cinema. It's coming out, and even still, I've been doing the roundabout, and we have this tradition. We do the roundabout at stupid o'clock in the morning. We come back, we edit it, and we get a Starbucks. We treat ourselves to a complicated chino, whatever it, frappuccino, clapatino, whatever it's called, and we go ham, we go crazy, and we spend stupid money on breakfast for one day a week. And then paper straws really pissing me off, man.
They piss me off.
Ruins the whole experience.
Big time. Like that thing on the lips, I feel like, you know what? I've thrown the drink away sometimes. I'm like, you know what? You've killed it for me. Like, throw the drink. Like, I'm not liking this one bit. I mean, I feel like it's for the environment and everything, but please just keep the plastic straw, please. I beg.
I feel like there should be an agreement, right? Because I don't know why I'm suffering, because I don't drive, right? I bike. I don't drive around. Like we're in London. I don't feel like I need to at this current moment. I ain't got no reason to drive. So I actually just walk and bike and take public transport. So why am I suffering twice?
I was wondering where's Matisse going with this.
Why? Like, people that don't drive shouldn't have to have paper straws. We shouldn't. Yeah. If you drive, I'm afraid, then you're killing the environment. Then you're gonna have to suck it up and have your paper straws. But I don't drive, so I shouldn't have to suffer twice. I'm helping the environment already. Do you know what I mean?
Aren't we meant to be paperless lately? Like, it's all online, like, the bank statements that comes from banks, like paperless, it's all online. Like, I'm not saying you can't make, you can't make straws online, but yeah.
This whole thing was meant to be green, and we use paper, but we're trying to stop using paper, yet we make paper straws.
It's just so bad in your mouth, man. It's just the worst thing that's happened this last few years. Honestly, it's just shocking. I know we've had pandemic and everything, but that there is really, it is up there with one of the worst things that's happened.
What's weird is sometimes when the paper straw, it depends on the paper straw as well. Some of them just they get wet and they crumble. And it's like,
and then you're trying to drink.
You can't even drink it.
You're trying to get your Oreo milkshake, and then it's stuck at the bottom. And then you have to flip the straw around the other way. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
On the paper straw.
Paper straws out.
Big up to all 530 of you who are listening to us talk about paper straw.
Imagine the ones that just rocked up and they're wanting to hear the latest of Hala.
Yeah.
What's the latest on Hala?
What's the latest news, guys?
Paper straws.
Oh. And then we're talking about paper straws and how that's mixing with the drink and all sorts.
Do you know what it is? For me, I don't think my channel can be about the latest news. I think I'm the person that turns up fashionably late, and if it's worthy of talking about, I'll talk about it in my own way with guests and everything. But for me to be first, I feel like that's not my job. Like, Yannick has got that covered. Big up to him.
He's you know so what, Matisse?
There's no point entering a race with Yannick. I give up.
But you know what, Matisse? It's good to have all different types of content makers. Like, you're not like that. That's what people appreciate.
Yannick is going to give you the update. Do you know what I mean?
Before the update even comes. He's in the
exactly. Like, and that's in video form. And if you need an update via streams, Monstar's killing it right now. He's giving you every single time something happens, he's on it and he's letting you know and he's talking about it. But me personally, I can't do it. I'm not invested enough. I don't think I care enough, to be honest, about this transfer.
You know what's mad?
When it happens, it happens. I just don't think I care enough.
We're like an institution, aren't we? Like Chelsea fans, like on YouTube, we're different compared to everyone else. Everyone else is kind of monopolized. There's one dominant content creator for a club.
Yeah, very
but with
true.
Chelsea, we got departments. As you said, Jan News, cool. You know, George is out there in Bali, and you get the views. You get 6 things we learn.
I don't even know what George is doing. He's just on holiday all the time. He's just on the beach all the time. I'm just like, this is like a vlog / Chelsea. It's just basically just come here, just watch George live better than everyone here. Like, he's just living life.
But like when it comes to match reviews, exactly. He's got reviews covered. Everyone has different sort of streams covered, watch-alongs covered. Like everyone's got their own department.
Yeah,
it's nice.
They do. Yeah,
it's good. It's true. Like everybody's like, you're spot on. Everybody's got their own thing, and no one's like really doing the same as anyone else. Like if you want analysis, Nini like gets the clips up and he'll do the analysis. Do you know what I mean? Like it's everybody's got their own thing. It's good. You got streams, you got videos. You can't complain, Chelsea fans. You got a good variety. I'm telling you, you really do.
And you know what? You know when it's a good variety when you see the same lot of fans that are here now in say my channel or in Younes's channel in the watch along. Or Zed, do you know what I mean? Like you see the comments from the same. That's when you know, they appreciate every content maker because they're all different. Like I'm different to Younes. Younes is different to Matisse. Matisse is different to all of us as well. We're all different to Yannick, George, and whatnot. But there's a place for all of us. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's a place for all of us. I don't know. I don't follow that much of other fans and their content makers. I do follow a few here and there. But Matisse, you could be like, what was it, Younes that said like there is the one sort of dominant,
overpowering,
like the dominant force.
AFTV, United Stand,
Man United is the United Stand. Whereas Chelsea, it's everyone. There's everything. It's
a nice balance.
Crazy.
It's a nice balance, you know. It's good because it just means that. Really, if you don't like my opinions, then you have options.
And then you know what? There's nothing. That's the other thing. I don't understand when people say, "I don't like his." It's an opinion. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to take it deeply to the sense that whether you like it or not.
We're all spitting facts. Everybody else's opinions. This is facts.
Like the way I look at it is that I want to understand the thought process. Like, don't get me wrong. There's quite a few that I follow on football Twitter that I don't even interact, but I keep them there.
Don't even make me start going through some FT accounts that I just don't understand. Their logic,
like I literally follow them, but I don't interact with them because I will get into a bit of a back and forth, and I don't want that. But I keep them. I keep them because I think that's an interesting angle to think about. And then I ponder. I'm like, why do I think that way? Like, let me just think about that a little bit.
They always throw something left field on your TL for no reason.
And I've seen many fans that are like, oh no, why are they saying that? Like, you know what? I'm going to blast them. The keyboard warrior comes out.
I've seen people take a problem. I was going to block them.
Yeah, and I'm like, why, dude? Why? Like,
I just can't imagine scrolling for a TL and I agree with everything on it. Like that is
no,
that's boring. Yeah.
And that shouldn't be expected necessarily because I'd be worried if I agreed with everything like on Twitter. Like the world is on Twitter and everyone agrees with everything. That'd be a little bit concerning. But sometimes I look at Twitter and I think, you know what? Sometimes we should just like delete Twitter, like shut it down. Just get rid of Twitter. You no longer exist anymore because sometimes it gets too deep, man.
Do you know honestly, what? I wasn't on board with it until my verification request got rejected, and now
it got rejected.
I am salty, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted my blue tick. There, I said it.
How did you get it rejected, man?
I'm not going to get it on Instagram. I'm nowhere near getting it on YouTube. TikTok, not even going to start that app. I can't be asked.
For YouTube, you get it at 100K if you apply for it, but it has to be 100K. You don't get it before then, unless if you're like
one tick somewhere.
How'd you get declined for football Twitter like that? You should have easily got that.
Well, yeah, you have loads.
I thought I would have qualified because I've got the article kind of stuff. I got a bit of YouTube. Got a little bit of working with companies.
What angle did you take? Did you go with the entertainment?
I took all angles. I came in on all sides, and they just said.
I took all the angles.
Con got verified.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna try and do whatever he did next time.
That's what he said. He said,
if this doesn't work out, and you see my name is what player's not on social media? Let me think. Danny
Drinkwater. Not on
social media. Change your name.
If you see my name is Danny Drinkwater next week, and I'm just
the bad thing is he's on social media.
I'm posting pictures on the piss. I'm go-karting with my family, and it says footballer for Chelsea. If it just says that for a week on my page, you know what I'm doing, right?
Do you know what? But like, I can't be asked about it.
It's long.
Even if I do qualify one day, I don't think I qualify now. But even if I do, what does that?
What does it change?
What does it change?
I'm not going to be body journalists, bro. Remember when you did the hand thing, but now you're going to have a whole tick.
Yeah, but you know what? Those journalists retweeted my video, so I'm thankful to them. Do you know what I mean? They got my message out there.
Really, to be honest, the only reason why I want it is so it's easier to contact people to guest on the show for you guys. It's just as simple as that, really. Outside,
is it easier?
Of course, people are mad superficial, bro. On Twitter, they see you have a blue tick, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, right, this guy. Oh, reply to him. Contact."
Wow.
Plus, I also think if you have a blue tick and if you're verified and you contact someone who's verified, even if they're not following you, they get that notification. I feel
exactly.
I think like it opens up like a door.
Yeah. So that's really the only reason. If I wasn't doing this, then I wouldn't care because. I don't I don't even think I would be really on football Twitter if I wasn't creating content. I don't have the energy or the time to just be on a platform for no reason. Like there has to be a reason for it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just long.
I do see myself once my YouTube sort of gets to a particular sort of number, let's say, I see myself less and less in Twitter, man. I really do. Like even now. Remember, Matisse, we talked about it, and you kind of said ages ago, it is a platform that made us that, and it's true.
It is.
I've noticed you don't tweet that much.
Yeah, I don't tweet that much. Do you know what it is, though? I try to now tweet only when I've got an opinion and I've got something to say. Like my days of doing, like maybe when the players start performing again and they're playing matches and after matches, like just doing prop, like just prop, do you know what I mean? Just propaganda and just, your standard basic FT tweets. Like, I feel like I'm starting to move away from that and I can't really be asked where if I've got an opinion and it's like everybody's talking about it and it's like quite controversial and there's loads of different opinions, I'll throw it out there and then I'll keep it moving. But like, to just do tweets about nothing, or I just can't really be bothered anymore. Do you know what I mean? Unless I've got something to say, or I've got someone to body like Trey the other day. That was fun. I haven't done that in a while. That was good. I haven't done that in a while. But unless I've one of those two things, I think I'd love my account to actually just be full of quote tweets where I just literally just body people all day long.
Maybe that's the angle you could take. Maybe that's what it transforms into.
Opinions and just bodying people. I actually might just change up to just an account. Just quotes and just bodies people. Just tries to ratio them.
I like Younes's one, man. Younes just ran.
Younes is hilarious because
he just
Younes looks like he's constantly panicking.
He's quote tweeting anything. Literally, like I've seen once my timeline. Younes, then few more tweets. Younes, few more tweets. Younes, and I'm like, dude. Someone take Twitter off him. Like, we don't need to know about everything. Like, we don't need to know every opinion, Younes. Keep some to yourself.
It looks like Younes is constantly panicking all the time on Twitter.
Now, always what it is like,
and Miz, you've got a pattern as well. Every single tweet that you feel passionate about, exclamation point at the end. Every time.
That's true.
I get. Like, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I want to say this. Do you know I want to say this? But I feel like what was I going to say? I was going to say something about Younes really funny, but I completely forgot now. I was going to say something about Younes's tweets.
It just like it looks like he's always panicking. Like he's always like,
that's it. It's like he's thinking it. It's thinking out loud, but he just types it out. Like you know, he's laughing in his head, and he's like, "I'm just going to tweet this out," and then you read it.
My Twitter line is so engaging. Like it's crazy. Like, I'll go on and I'll spend like 15 minutes just scrolling, but every time I scroll, there's something, and I'm like, "Yo, okay, whether it's good or bad." I'm just like, okay, quote, and just start tweeting. Yeah, it's mad. You get also on my Twitter lines full of opinions. It's crazy. Whether it's completely good, completely bad, it's nuts. It's crazy.
It's brilliant, honestly. It's fantastic. I love it. I know, because like it's good to be able to identify, like, without even seeing the name, you know whose tweet it is. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody's got their own like way of tweeting. Me, at this current point, if I make a spelling mistake, just know the tweet's coming down. Simple as that. Because either if I make a spelling mistake or an error in the tweet, just know it's coming down because I can't sleep otherwise. So,
yeah, I'm like that too.
There's actually something wrong with me. I don't know if it's because Alex just kept correcting me all the time, and then now it's just ingrained in my brain to not make mistakes. But every time I make a mistake now, I just type and then just put it out. Like that tweet with the year 11 versus year 9 thing. Everyone think they had it in drafts. I just literally typed it out. I was thinking about like how it used to be back in school, and I came up with this analogy, and I was like, oh right, this is kind of similar to the players. Just typed it out and put it out. If there was a spelling mistake in that, it would have come down. And then I just punch a wall and just keep it moving.
I don't know if you guys feel the same, but if it wasn't for football, and obviously the engagement around football and news on football, I would delete the app. You won't find me there. You guys are the same?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk about anything else on that app.
It's crazy, man.
Like other parts of I don't think I want to talk about it. Jam's got a super chat here, and it's dangerous. He said, "Lads, rank Drogba, Lampard, Hazard, and Terry." That's that.
That's another episode.
What in the devil are you doing?
That's 3 parts episode. You know, like that's not even a show on its own. That's like a series.
All right, do you know what? I'll do it. I can do it, and then we're gonna wrap up because I know.
I almost read Hazard as Heskey for a sec there. I don't know why. I think it's getting hot.
You guys as well. Rank it in the chat. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna wrap up because I got to. I mean, Miz has got a show, and I got to go and clean up this house before my brother drops here for no reason. I'm gonna rank Lampard at the top.
Oh.
Then I'm going to rank.
Controversial already.
Oh, this is a problem already. Lampard's the only one that's easy for me, to be honest. Because Lampard, I think, is the greatest player in Chelsea's history. Then I'm going to go... Oh, Lord have mercy. Screw it. I'm going to go...
Too hard.
No, I can't do it.
I'll have a shot. I agree with Matisse as well. I think Lampard is Chelsea's greatest player ever, in my opinion, as well, in terms of goals, assists, and just unbelievable. Probably the best footballer we've seen in our football club. Complete package.
And then he was here for
then
the longest as well.
Then I would have to say JT, Drogba, and Hazard.
I agree.
And this is no disrespect to Hazard coming last in this group.
This is kind of the untouchable group.
Those three are like. You have Hazard, but then you have
as well.
You have like legends,
like
legends of legends.
Yeah, Petr Cech.
They're untouchable.
Petr Cech, Lampard, Terry, and Drogba. That is the spine.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to change this and say who had immense talent,
Hazard. Yeah,
that's probably Hazard. Yeah,
and then the next tier is like Hazard, Ashley Cole, players like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how it works for me. So those four can't be touched. Like Cech, Terry, Lampard, Drogba, that spine, that straight down the middle, can't touch it. Touch it.
Let's do all of them as managers. So JT first.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Can you imagine Eden Hazard as a manager? He probably won't even show up to training himself.
He wouldn't know.
you know
He'd
what I mean?
be like, lads, express yourselves.
One thing I know Hazard is not going to be is a manager. That's one thing I do know. Guys, we're gonna wrap up because it's really hot and I need a glass of water. I'm gonna pass out. It's just one of those things where
it's roasting.
Life is peak right now, and I do need to clean up this house because my brother's visiting from Ireland and my family's visiting as well. So I'm gonna try and I try and upload every day, but sometimes I don't upload. And then I'll try, and then mainly because I haven't got anything like to really prevalently put out. But today we got a double upload. We're doing I'm doing a stream with just Turkish at 9. We're going to speak about Tammy Abraham to Arsenal. And a lot of Tammy Abraham. Maybe it might be the dedicated stream for Tammy. But also we'll talk about Arsenal as well because they have issues and it's fun. It's funny. So I mean,
bro, a suggestion to throw out, and it's up to you if you want to think about. I would love to have Turkish on this show one of these days. Like,
really? Okay.
I love.
Listen, I'm
listening
open to guests.
You know
I'm
what?
I'm open to it.
Be good, especially with Amazon documentary being filmed over there now.
Oh yeah,
you're thinking about banter. You're thinking about bantering.
Yeah, of course.
I actually, he's one of the very few.
He's quality.
Opposition fans or rival fans that like I've
I
subscribed to his channel.
do actually feel like Turkish does fit this dynamic.
Yeah, he would.
Nicely. Oh, he would. Yeah.
He's balanced and he's well spoken, and I would love to have a conversation, man.
But you know what we'll do is, do you know what? Well, actually, because the Oil Boys has got 4 people, and I feel like any more than 4 is a crowd sometimes. Like for me, anyway, personally, like I don't want 5 because it doesn't even look even on the screen, right? The London Club Carnage, we got 4 people again, and that's about, there's a lot of teams to cover there. But this show, we got 3 people. It's just about Chelsea, and we got games coming up soon. We got Arsenal coming up soon. We can have guests. We can have people come on. Turkish will come on. We got a game against someone else. They can come on. So we've always got that option to have that 4th person. Adam came on last week. I was going to go with another journalist this week. I was like, nah, I want to just do the
Grizz as well. When we play Liverpool, I would love to talk
Grizz would be, Grizz would be perfect on this show as well. Yeah. So we'll have guests on this show throughout the year. Because for me personally, I'm going to try and have on this channel, there's going to be maybe 2 or 3 days 2 days that I stream the shows on, and then watch along, and then maybe review streams, and then the rest of the week is videos. So there's not going to be streaming every day on this channel. It's going to be a mixture between videos.
By the way, someone just put out a mad comment, and I would lose my mind if you get this guy, Matisse. Hugh Weezy is someone I've been watching a lot of his videos lately.
Not out of reach. It could happen.
Hugh Weezy, oh my days, he's so eloquent the way he talks, man. Like you think, what's this guy gonna say? Like initially when you think, like, what's he gonna say? And then you listen, and oh my days, you better listen.
Yeah,
like, wow.
Yeah.
We could do this.
He's quality. He's very easy to contact.
Yeah, we could do this, Victor. I'm going to, with Twitch, I'm going to try and make sure that the streams don't, you can upload streams on YouTube and Twitch. I haven't started yet because my deal starts in August, but you can stream to both, and we'll do that. I'll stream these shows that we do on both this season. So the Carnage show, the All You Can Eat Chelsea show, the Oil Boys, from August, I'll start streaming them on both platforms. So if you're on Twitch, you'll get to see them on Twitch as well. But I also do shows that are streams that are just on Twitch. And this is a good idea. All You Can Nothing Watch Along could do that with an Arsenal fan or something. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, there's things we can do there, but we'll plan that on Twitch.
Watching that with an Arsenal fan would be hilarious.
Oh, it would. Yeah, I do.
Because you'd be looking at them, and you'd be like, "What's going on?
What's going on?" Yeah, no, I will. I probably will do that. Yeah, I probably will do that. That would be fun.
Or just start pointing at them and laughing. No, I'm kidding.
That would be fun. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up, people. It's been a vibe stream, and to be honest, I like these ones. I do. I prefer doing this than making a video on Haaland again or something, because there's just nothing going on. Final super chat just before we start wrapping up. Why is Drogheda preseason game played in secret? If we don't sign Haaland by 31st of July, should we just move on? I can't tell you that we should, because maybe on the 1st of August, the deal could be struck.
It could.
Yeah. Like, honestly, what we're not seeing up until the 31st of July might not be what is actually happening behind the scenes on the 31st of July. We might not see a bid or see anything official come out by then, but they might nearly almost be over the line. And it just may be one more week. So I can't tell you that, bro. It's not how it works, unfortunately. And with the game being behind closed doors, for me, it's incredible. Also, just before we go, that game that we played behind closed doors with the Peterborough. Yeah. Why did everybody's reviews do 200K? And why did you so everybody's views that did 200K, why didn't you let me know to do one too? What is with all of this secrecy in this mapping? We're meant to be working together. You've all got my number. Yannick has got my number. Nini's got my number. Green Turf has me on Twitter. And you all just shout out your 200K and keep it moving. What is this?
Bro, I was surprised. My stream that I did a stream after Matisse. Do you remember that morning I was with you and talking about that game? I did mine 24 hours later. And that stream just hit 10K. Like, bro, even after, like, I can't believe it's still like people are still watching that. Like
that would have been almost all my views for the month. I get about ranging between $250,000 to 300K a month. Bro, I could have gone on holiday if I got that video out.
I think Younes missed out on that. I think he was on break. You were on break, Younes, or
I myself chose like not to cover it because no one's watched it. We can't watch it. I thought no one's watched it.
Nobody watched it, so then everybody
you would have cleaned up that day. You would have cleaned up.
Mate, it would have been mad. I see Yan on like, what is it, like 100 and something thousand views,
160,
almost 200, and I'm like, how?
How? Do you know, I was like, I can't make a video on it because I didn't watch it. How am I going to do it?
No one's watched it. They've gone, so Ziyech has scored 3 goals. That's nice.
You brothers are criminals. You know that.
Broads have got on the score sheet. Didn't think that would happen. That's
absolutely fantastic. Criminals.
Peterborough scored a goal. Don't know how that happened.
How did we do a review on a game we haven't watched? You brothers are killers.
And you know what the crazy part is, Matisse? The guys did a review straight after the game because I was actually streaming.
Like they would, but that's like in Formula One where you practice your pit stops. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
for the new season. Game over. Because I mean, we do streams, right, Miz? But before I started doing the streams, I was doing videos as well. When you're doing videos after a game, it's all about speed. All about speed. So it's like pit stops for F1. You got to practice. Do you know what I mean? So all those guys are getting in your preseason practice right now. Fair play.
And I remember I was streaming while the match just finished. And I said to the people that were live at that time, I had Jonathan on and I was saying, I'm not going to do another stream for the match because I need to read up what happened, digest. And then I'll do it tomorrow once I actually read a few more articles from what has happened and whatnot and what has transpired. And then I did that after 24 hours. There was a lot of pictures that were shared around on social media. Yeah. There was articles from Football London, Adam Newson doing a madness. So I brought up his article. And I found it a lot more easier than to talk about the match. I would have stumbled if it was just stuff.
You know what?
So here we are for the review.
I would have titled the video. I would have titled the video, tagged it, thumbnailed it. And then as soon as the intro rolled, you would have just seen me just sitting in silence for 9 minutes, just like.
By the way, not many people even knew that Peterborough scored first. 24 hours later. So I'm not even sure Yannick and Nini and all would have even known that they scored first.
Still, I was just happy to see them many views. I was like, wow, we can create content about Chelsea and get them many views. I thought we just asked for a main
everyone's dying.
You probably just gave me dreams. You just sold me dreams.
That's why today's game, I'm ready. I'm ready.
They play today?
I'm ready. I'm ready tonight.
We didn't even know this.
Younes didn't even know.
There you go, boys. There you go. So tonight, apparently 6:30 p.m. UK time, closed door. They're having a game and I'm ready for a stream straight after. Probably not straight after, maybe an hour after.
Hang on,
I've got a stream lined up.
Who are we playing?
Drogheda. Drogheda.
Drogheda.
It's Drogheda, by the way. You don't pronounce the G because I lived there, so I was slated.
This is one time where Matisse will get the pronunciation right, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. No, this is the one time I'll actually get it right. I lived over there and I got absolutely slated for pronouncing it wrong all the time. So I learned the hard way. But it's Drogheda, you don't pronounce
Drogheda.
If you say Drogheda, they will rinse you. And Callum Lynch is here to let us know. He'll let us know better than anyone.
But when Chelsea are in town, it's Drog Header, isn't it?
That's what I said. Drog Header.
I don't know if I'm going to the Super Cup game before someone asks as well, because tickets still have not gone up from what I can see. Did they go up for that? I don't know.
For what?
The Super Cup game.
Oh, I don't think so.
Doing a madness.
I don't know though. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, see, look, cancer's already on my back. But anyway, people, we have to wrap up, right? I've kept Miz way too long. Meant to wrap up at the half.
I've gotten carried away as well, man.
Yeah, we're enjoying each other's company too much. It's not good.
Yeah,
right?
It's not good.
So yeah, there's a game there apparently.
6:30 kickoff.
Is it 8:30?
6:30.
Okay, that's actually, by the time it ends, I'll be straight. Okay.
Perfect, mate.
8:30 it'll finish. I'm thinking about 9:30. Can we decide when we stream so that we don't take? What time are you going to go, Matisse? Because you're going to kill me if you stream at the same time.
Match review coming out. 8:30.
I'm going at 9, man. I've already taken the slot.
I know with Younes he doesn't stream, but every time I see I'm streaming and Matisse is streaming, I'm like, oh no, this boy is going to take all my people over there. I can't compete with his flavor. Do you know what I mean?
Me and Monster never stream at the same time. It just never happens because we're just like,
it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, you guys, listen. You already know. Where to go and find our brothers. I'm going to wrap up soon because I don't want to keep Miz going because he's going to be late to be setting up. But bang, there you go.
Smashed it.
Go and subscribe. Victor's going to have the link in the chat as he always does.
Love you, Victor.
Very reliable. And there, look, he's already put it in. Do you know what I mean? This guy's a king. Victor, link to Younes and Miz's channels will be in the chat. Hopefully the link to my Instagram. Follow up. New season, new Instagram content coming up. We're going to be doing the memes. We're going to be doing the quick videos minute after the game. I'm going to be putting out a minute video before I do my reviews on this channel. Just very short, funny little videos, probably trolling rival fans if we're winning and probably hiding if we're losing. So follow the Instagram. It's really the only thing that I need to push right now because Joel's on my back. Okay, I keep telling you people, he's on my back. He's on my case. I need 10K so I can have the swipe up function. I'm not going to lie. I'm honest with you guys. We have that relationship as viewers, right? I need a certain amount of followers for the swipe up function. Apparently, it's important. So there you are.
Yeah. But you don't use it. Like you got 10K, but you barely. I don't think you use that.
Who
do you? You got 10K, don't you?
No, I'm on 6. I'm chasing the same horse here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We're all struggling. So help us out.
Need 4 more K.
Help us out because apparently I'm missing out on a lot of brand deals here.
Don't want no more link in bio.
But seriously though, guys, brand deals.
No, but seriously, like there's no brand deals on this channel. There's no sponsors. There's nothing. I'm just here drinking water out of plastic containers, sleeping butt naked in my window, sweating my bollocks off in the summer, and barely paying rent. So let's just support the Instagram. I don't ask for much. It's been enjoyable. Much love to all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate the super chats as always, man. You guys are blessed. It's been a fun stream today. Subscribe to Miz. He's got a stream coming out literally at 1. There's no rants. I'm not on Rance's channel, so there's no excuses. Go and make sure you're watching Miz. You guys know I'm not on Rance's channel as well. Already did that yesterday. And make sure you go and follow Younes as well. Sounds like there's going to be a game review coming up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you don't know what happened in the match, then go to Younes. He'll know everything about the match.
Should I do a watch along?
Oh my god!
No watch along.
A watch along something you can't even watch. That would be priceless.
But you are gonna pull numbers if you say watch along because literally that match is closed door. Sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna think
what? Click, and it's just me looking at the camera. Like,
anybody who's going to the game, I highly advise you set up a StreamYard link and vlog the game and just do it like that because you'll make a serious killing on socials.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no one's got rights either, so it's fantastic.
Exactly. I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to get anybody in trouble like usual. Right. In a bit, people. Peace.